Hello everyone. Welcome back again to Silent Kingdom. Last time I did things like give up all my valuable coins like a dum-dum. Threaten the statue. Yeah, those are all the important parts. There was nothing else important that happened, clearly. I also forgot all voices during last play time. Hopefully I remember. I remember the main characters, that's it. And maybe Seneca here? I don't know, I've slept since then. What's this way? Where are we? I know we're in the woods, but like... why is it such a maze? I don't know what's over there. I'm gonna go down here now. We're just wandering about, trying to see what we can find, what we can't find. All paths lead to the cabin. It kind of sounds like a horror movie. It'd be a funny horror movie, too. We're going to see Seneca's mistress. We learned that he is taken, and we also, learned that we fight terrors. Shoot, there's two of them. No! Arcane? Oh! Ignis. No! Okay. Ignis, kill. Woo! I'm doing things, guys. Like overkill. Heck yeah. Also, we kind of killed Seneca twice, and then he came back to life. I don't know how the combat works, but he always comes back with 1 HP. So, you know. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. Alright. Okay. What do we have here? Absolutely nothing. A cliff. I'm splitting the road again. I'm gonna guess it's up this way. I wanna go that way. I wanna go this way. Wait, no, never mind. I'm gonna go the other way. I wanna go into a new area. I'm going the other way now. Goodbye. Where are my clothes? I still don't know. I want clothes. Seneca, why aren't you being a chat? Ooh, shiny! Touch, touch. Oh. What is that tower in the distance? I heard it's a prison. I'm assuming it's a prison for these guys. Fuck these guys. Also, they don't ever attack her. They only attack someone. No. We don't have any more MB. Attack. You can't get away from me and my double attack. Dead again, no! I will get down the cadence for dodging. I promise. Seneca's alive again. Okay. Anywho. We learned that there is a prison nearby. That's not very useful information, I guess. I don't know. Dot dot dot. I have the constant feeling that we're being watched. Let's look behind us. Oh, hey. Seneca, there's someone over there. Worry not. They won't come any closer. What do you know? Who are they? Some old acquaintances, but pay them no heed. For the time being, we had better keep moving forward. Time is running out. Ooh, ooh, cabin. Cabin in the woods. The woods of the cabin. Is this the place? My mistress is waiting inside. I'm upset that you have a mistress. We're gonna fight. We're gonna brawl. Not me and your mistress, me and you. There's a door here. I can barely see it. You guys can see it just fine, I'm pretty sure. There's a door here too. Those are either doors or windows. Open door. Leave. You know what? I don't want to deal with this. Leaves. This is... Aren't you? There is nothing but illusion. This is nothing but illusion, princess. Soon you shall realize that here you are able to think clearly, for better or worse. In front of us, there's a woman, outstanding beauty. Her voice is calm and her smile enigmatic. She seems familiar. All my voices will run together and I will only have one voice for all characters. Thank you for guiding her, Seneca. Mistress. Allow me to welcome you. Princess Sapphire, I am Circe, the one many call a witch. I know you. I want answers, witch. One of these might get me killed, and one of these might also get me killed. That depends on how the character portrays this. But given her defiant look, I'm going to say that she's gonna be sassy to Circe. I'm gonna go with, I want answers. The witch brings the back of her hand to her lips, making little effort to hide an amused smirk. Impatient and impulsive, just like your king, albeit you have far more to lose. Explain yourself. I must warn you that reality can be extremely cruel if you lack the courage to face it. I came all this way to hear the truth for myself, presuming there is any coming from your lips. I shall start by revealing the reason behind your nonsensical behavior. The reason for it exists in the truth you do not seem fully aware of. We are not in the real world, but in a dream. A dream? I feel a lump in my throat upon hearing that. Scenes and images flash in my head as I begin reliving various moments, unable to tell which his memories are real and which are not. Our king, our father. 7 years ago, the king, Chrysteria, decided to defy Goddess's will by declaring war on the neighboring kingdom of Fortuna. His plan was to capture and execute Princess Megara, processor of divine blood. Processor. Yes, she processes all the divine blood in this kingdom. I don't know what she turns it into, but apparently she processes it. This would be the first time that a king dared to rebel against the goddess's plan. However, just as war seemed imminent, the unthinkable happened. The day of your 13th birthday, right before dusk fell upon the land, the goddess descended from heaven. She filled every last corner of your kingdom with her presence, and announced it all the punishment for Crysteria's arrogance and disobedience. You, innocent child, and blood of her blood, were nearly put to sleep for the goddess to keep under her control. You have been immersed in a pleasant dream ever since, while your body kept growing as the years passed. The rest fell victim to a terrible curse. From the king to the very last vassal, everyone witnessed their skin lost its warmth, only to be transformed into stone. Oh. Wait. I shouldn't kill the stones. Shoot. Okay. Now, an endless amount of statues fill every corner of your kingdom, with nothing but silence. Okay. How dare my father? The music is so intense. Holy shoot. No, this can't be. This means I have nothing left. So you're saying that while I dream, every person I ever loved has turned into stone? If there truly is a real world, now I'm alone in it? I've never been alone before. It's incredibly hard for me to accept this, so unimaginably hard. Poor princess without a kingdom. Loneliness is a fearsome enemy for those who have never seen its claws before. I fix my gaze upon her, recognizing her as the source of all this misfortune. What kind of poisonous tales did you whisper in the king's ears? The same tales you came seeking for yourself, princess, the truth. I did warn you, the truth can be devastating. But I'm afraid I lack the luxury of time to offer you every answer you seek. Soon night shall fall into your realm, and, like every day before the last, you will inevitably wake up in your room with no recollection of any of this. You must make a decision before that happens, here and now. You have my attention. There is a way to free your people of their fate. The path ahead is filled with thorns, but in you I discern a strong spirit, one of true sovereign. I would not have come here otherwise. Yada yada yada, I can save my fucking kingdom. What the fuck do you get from this? You are sharp. It's clear I would not be helping you if there was nothing for me to gain. We all were punished that night, princess. I am no exception. So as long as this curse weighs upon my shoulders, it is only natural that I should wish to help you end it. You were also turned to stone? But how? As soon as I noticed my skin transforming, I separated my soul from my body. Now I can only communicate with my apprentice, Seneca, thanks to the bond we share. This is why I act through him. I look at Seneca. He smiles weakly and nods his head. Since you know of my condition, I must ask you to look on the table. There is something I left there which you shall need. Papers. Yes, a dagger. A knife! I was not expecting a knife. Its name is Soulbreaker. If you want to save your kingdom, you must kill the goddess with it. What? 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 Part of me thinks that that might be a bad idea, but also part of me thinks that... Like, what was the point? You haven't even told me why my father rebelled. Why did you tell him to rebel against the goddess? What fate did you see for him to choose destruction? Kill the goddess? The mother of all creation? Such blasphemous words. Should feel like a blade to my ears, and yet they seem to comfortably nest within my heart. This is the goddess that Chrysteria has worshipped for centuries, only for the devoted to have their faith and service spit upon in return. Ungrateful mother, I cannot help but curse her from the depths of my heart. So you say it is possible to kill the goddess with this dagger? Not exactly. For not even the Soulbreaker can achieve such a feat on its own. It requires certain circumstances. The first of which has already presented itself. An opportune moment. The goddess has fallen into a deep slumber after using the remnants of her power, inflicting a curse upon the entire kingdom. She is weaker than ever. This is why we must act now, before she recovers and wakes up. How will I even reach the goddess? Even the dead cannot go beyond the gardens of the just. You shall know when the moment comes. Before that, you must dedicate your efforts to preparing the Soulbreaker. This will be your true mission. I glance at the dagger between my fingers. Prepare it how? Which? You must plunge it deep into the hearts of other princesses. Nourish it with their blood, their last living breaths. Feed it with their souls born from the goddess. Do that, and you shall be in possession of the most powerful weapon ever created. Capable of killing the goddess herself, now that she's weakened. To save my kingdom, I have to murder the other princesses? Macabre? Macabre? I don't even know what that word means, actually. I do know that Madame Macabre, I think that's how you say her name, uses this word. Clearly. While I don't have a problem with this, I need to know why. Why does it have to be the other princesses? So we're gonna go with this one. I won't be able to save my kingdom if I don't become a murderer who spills innocent blood. My soul will be called callous, vile. But what are 3 lives compared to a whole kingdom? It's a fair sacrifice for the greater good. I'm sure Father would do it without so much as a second thought. Yeah, he kinda tried. Well, I am Crysteria's princess. I will never turn my back on my people. For them, I am willing to stain my hands and my soul. Don't look at me like that. Spoken like a true sovereign. Now, tell me, how can I awaken from this spell? You must die, princess. Huh? When the Princess Sapphire from the dreams dies, the dreams shall die with her. Only then will your eyes open in reality. Seneca will be waiting with Soulbreaker at the capital in Fortuna. Look for an inn called the Flowers for the Queen. I cast my gaze down towards the reflection of the dagger's blade. The girl within trembles, causing me to grip it tighter in a bind to banish my fear. Dying. Isn't your kingdom worth any kind of sacrifice? All the intensity in the world. And I'm just going to immediately kill myself. Yeah, suicide. Is that something I should say? I collect my composure with a long, drawn-out breath before raising the dagger, holding it towards my chest with both hands. I almost wince when Seneca suddenly and unexpectedly grabs my wrist, forcing me to meet his gaze. This is not the end, I promise. I will see you again. You gonna kiss me? Hey. I offer him no reply, except for a brief nod. Slowly he releases me, withdrawing his hand once more as he steps back. I want this image to just slowly go into her. I just want that. It would be the funniest stuff. Making this entire, like, heart-pounding and intense situation. And then just watching this PNG image get slowly put into her. It would be hilarious. Tightening my hold on the hilt, I turn my attention back to the raised dagger. Its deadly gleam overwhelms me as much as my own reflection on the blade does. My own eyes look back at me as if I were a foe to slay. This is the first sacrifice. For my father, for my kingdom. No. Ah. Oh. Fireflies. Hello, fireflies. Let me touch you. The twilight of a kingdom is not gentle, nor is it serene. The twilight of a kingdom is cruel and merciless. It is sword, axe, and hammer, pained cries, and devastating wounds. Two hearts side by side, one withered, one bitter. Death is not kind. If it intended to be so, I'd refuse it. For I swear that never again shall you take from me the frenzied madness that life should always be. Yeah. I don't know who's saying that. I'm pretty sure it's the witch. Or the goddess. Both work. I wake up abruptly, the first breath of life grating my ears. My pulse races uncontrollably as I instinctively bring a hand to my chest, resting it atop the imaginary wound. I'm alive. The witch spoke true. I remain motionless for what seems like an eternity in my bedroom, yet it's foreign to me. Then I realize I'm surrounded by flowers on my bed, scattered atop the sheets as if it were a grave. Not a single petal is withered. Can I feel so exhausted and my body feels so heavy. Okay. When my entire body feels weighed down, it's an immense effort to merely lift myself upright. When my feet finally touch the floor, my knees begin to quiver. A sense of immense loneliness overwhelms me. It's full of dust. I brush away some of the dust with my hand to peer at it. My reflection, it looked the same, but am I? It's dark, extremely silent. Oh no, my vines have withered. All the flowers are gone. It's full of dust. Can we still have tea? Wait, wait, wait. I want tea. I want tea. No! No tea for me! No! I wanted tea! Denise? Is that you? No longer will you come to wake me up every morning. No longer will I see your smile. I'll bring you back to life, I promise. I guess we can't touch the chest either. Hello, you have no face. Why don't you have faces anymore? Like... There are cobwebs in my castle. Who's not keeping up? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I know. Oh. There's something by its feet. A small gleam near the statue's feet catches the princess's attention. You obtained half-moon-shaped stone. Interesting. I'm glad I didn't kill my people. You know, that was so far the happiest thing I've done. So much silence. Dragon. Bye, dragon. Oh, can I go into rooms now? Nothing. Absolutely nothing in here. Father! Father. Don't cry. Father, it's me. I don't know if you can hear me underneath the shell of snow, but I promise to do everything in my power to save and avenge our kingdom. I will be worthy. Even if it costs me my life. Determination swells in the princess's breast. Upon offering her pledge, almost as if her father had somehow heard her and offered up what little strength he had left to give. Aw, I got defense. Goodbye, father. I am stronger now. I need that defense. Why? Because I'm not wearing clothes. Still. I have no clothes. Absolutely none. I am almost certain that this entire fucking realm is just nudists at this point. You see these people with clothes on? That's because that's a lie. The doors to the throne room are locked? Why? Do you have the key? I want to go to the throne room. Why is it that the picture of the goddess and, like, the goddess statues are the only things that don't have, like, cobwebs? That's a lot of soldiers. I can't get through here. Dang. Oh, is my tutor dead? What the heck? Why are you fighting over here? Where are you running to? To the library? It's the philosophy book. No, I'm not allowed to touch it. I'm sorry, Professor. Oh, okay. That's it. That's it. Do you have any clothes, Professor? Oh, I do need the map. Thanks, Professor. I would love the philosophy book, but I apparently am not allowed that. So. And then... let's go in... Can we go into the kitchen? Wait. No. No, we cannot. Okay. We've gotten defense. We have a moon-shaped pendant. We have a map. The main doors are heavy. And try as I might, Right now, I lack the strength to force them open. Must find another way out. The balcony, perhaps? Oh, shoot. We're jumping. We're committing suicide again, guys. This is for realsies this time. Because those plants are not alive enough to hold us. We will get hurt from this. I feel so alone. Ooh. Ooh. Alright. Why are there still flowers? I need to know this. Why are there still flowers? Ascend the vine. Yeah. I begin to climb down carefully. My body feels clumsy and weak. Moving my limbs has never felt so difficult. I only make it halfway down before my grip loosens and I slip, my arms lacking the strength to hold on to the vines any longer. Ah! My startled scream proceeds as a violent impact against the ground. Ugh. What is that? I feel numb. Whether I've broken a bone or not, I cannot tell, but I lack the strength to stand up right now. I curl up against myself instead. No, get up. I'm alone in a world with no voices or faces. I cannot allow myself to be this weak. Sob. I loathe the sound of my own sobbing. For what feels like an eternity, it's all I can hear throughout the cold night. I try to muffle it. Shit. A threatening, deep and guttural growl suddenly pulls me back to reality. Hey, you're not like the others. An enormous black beast towers over me, standing upright. That's not towering over you. He's about, like, 5 feet away. Maybe 10. He's quite a bit of ways. He's not towering over you. If he was towering over you, he'd be right here-ish, madam. He's over here. You still have time to get to your feet. Standing upright on its hind legs, its crimson eyes pierce my soul. I'm unarmed. Oh shit. And even if I weren't, I'd lack the strength to stand up before the beast decides to pounce. What if this is just another dream? What if I wake up again? Perhaps death will be a new beginning. My instincts scream at me to run away, to crawl if necessary. I don't want to die, to be devoured like some piece of meat. It can't end like this. Don't touch her! Huh? Baby! Look at him! There's no time to think before a stranger suddenly places himself between the terror and I. He stands tall and firm, his shield raised defiantly. His eyes shine with a fierce glow as if he's in a frenzy. The warrior wastes no time striking the beast's maw with his shield, thrusting his sword deep into its underbelly. The blade tears through its entrails in a brutal, merciless moment. The hideous shriek of a terror echoes throughout the night like the ill-fated melody of a living nightmare. It's enough to make my blood run cold. Thump. Hey. I stare up at the stranger's back, transfixed as his body tolls beneath the weight of his heavy breathing. I don't know him, and yet... You do know him. I promise you do. Princess. Within his indigo eyes, I swear I catch a glimpse of a blue sky, a faraway, gentle, and yet somehow familiar sky. My lips curl into a weak smile. I've borne witness to a ghost, and at the sight of him, I feel at home once again. My eyes draw to a close. I might be falling, but I feel... passed out. I could give Chrono his child voice, but I don't think that'd be appropriate. Hi, Chrono. Hi, Grandma. Grandma! My mouse is in the way, I just now noticed. Go away, you. Chrono, come meet something. The princess won't disappear if you take your eyes off of her for a brief moment. Forgive me, grandmother, but I don't have any appetite. Ah, youth, always driven by passion and nothing else. She will return to us. No longer do I sense a curse upon her. Grandmother, do you think that the princess awakening might be a sign that the kingdom is recovering? I lament to be the one to snatch such hope away from you, but I'm afraid that the goddess's punishment remains well rooted in this land. It must be something else. Someone must have awakened the princess, for good or for bad. Ooh. Well, why don't we ask her, now that she's stirring awake? I open my eyes wearily. Soon enough, I notice something is out of place. For as long as I can remember, the first sight that always greeted me upon awakening was my bedroom, so where am I now? Princess! Oh, I deeply feared that I would never see you again during that little time remains of my life. A voice. A familiar voice. Almost as if nothing had changed. Oracle? Wait, I recognize this place, but I can't make any sense of this. Am I dreaming again? Is this my mind simply overwhelmed by grief? Knowing I'm truly alone in this world? I'm happy to see you. My dear child, it is you who has brought such unimaginable happiness to this old woman. But this isn't possible. Is it? The whole kingdom was... Only the two of us could avoid the curse. It's truly a tragedy. Immediately, I take notice of the other survivor in the room. It's the young man who saved me from the terror. You are far too skinny. You need to be eating more, Chrono. I could pretend not to know, but I do know who the fuck this is. Wait, Chrono? It's been a while. But you were always so much younger than me. You were just a child. I have always been but a year younger than you, Princess. What? Having lived inside a dream for so long, I'm now having difficulty distinguishing reality from what was only inside my mind all this time. You should know that Chrono has been protecting the castle against terrors and bandits ever since that fateful day. Truth may be told, bandits rarely step inside these lands for fear of being cursed. We're going to Thinking. Never knew you'd become this strong. Good job, Chrono. Thank you for your loyalty, Chrono. You have demonstrated true and unparalleled commitment to my house in our hour of need. Truly, I could never ask for a greater squire. Thank you, Princess. He's changed so much. There's something familiar about him, and yet, at the same time, there isn't. I wonder how much remains of energetic Shiloh kid who so unabashedly trained in the gardens all those years ago. I still can't believe that I am truly awake. It's becoming difficult to distinguish dream from reality. Just a moment ago, I thought I was completely alone in the world, and now, for some reason, you both are here by my side. I fear this may be too good to be true. Believe it or not to be true, Princess. Even in these dark days, there is always a reason. I am the goddess's oracle, because I partook of her fruit, as part of her essence runs through my veins, purifying my soul. This is why I possess the power to repel her rage. I did all that I could to keep Kronos safe, until the goddess's light faded from the sky and nothing but the black night remained. The oracle closes her eyes in sorrow. It must be a very painful memory for her. To think, while all this happened, I was dreaming of bright days and celebrations. My gaze falls low upon the sheets as I become prey to my own guilt and anger. Oracle, Chrono. I raise my head towards them. If I've ever harbored any doubts about the path I must walk, they are well and truly gone now. I'm here to break the curse and free our kingdom. I'm about right. The old lady's face. She's going to beat me. Have to send some back. You aim to kill the goddess? I realized that I just said would be deemed the most unforgivable form of blasphemy, yet but it's been a long time since the goddess ceased being our guardian and instead became our executioner. Never again shall I worship the one who destroyed my kingdom. The goddess's punishment has been terrible. In such dark hours, only a fool would fail to understand how much anger might be overwhelming. However, in spite of everything that has happened, she is still the guardian of the world. None can tell what will become of the land and our very souls without her. Earlier, you confessed that your visions have weakened. It coincides with what the witch said, does it not? That the goddess fell into a deep slumber and now her presence is barely felt. Haven't both sun and moon continued to rise and fall even in her absence? My child, you speak of matters unknown to you. Not even I, as close to the goddess as I am, know all the details. You must do well to remember that it was the truth, spoken by a witch, that ultimately resulted in the falling of an entire kingdom. Back then, your father refused to listen. That woman had dug her claws into him, filling his ears with dastardly whispers. And now she's doing the same to you. She's leaving you deaf and blind with rage. I fear Crysteria's downfall may not suffice for her. Don't assume that I trust the witch. I mistrust her intentions just as much as you do, but in spite of that, she is not wrong. Our kingdom is cursed. If there is any possibility of saving Chrysteria, I will entertain it. No matter the cost, I cannot walk away. Oh, my child, you speak with passion, but also as someone who feels they have nothing left to lose. As if the world had already ended for you, and nothing but sorrow and hatred remains. I am sorry for disappointing you, Oracle. Truly, I am. But accepting the death sentence bestowed upon my kingdom is not an option for me. This is not what I was born to do. If you are so keen on defying fate, at least allow this poor old woman to ask you one last question. You are about to spill innocent blood and sink the world into the depths of chaos. What feeling stirs in your heart knowing this? Hmm. 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 The lives of 3 are greater than, you know, the entire kingdom's worth. However, also, I won't. If there's an alternative to killing people, I would gladly take it. It's just, I don't know if there is. So, the answer to this is I can't allow myself to feel. Because at the end of the day, like, I will kill them if I have to. But at the same time, I would prefer not to. But it doesn't bother me one way or another. It's just a must-needs. As the future sovereign of Crysteria, I am in a position where I am required to make difficult choices. The fate of an entire kingdom rests solely upon my shoulders. I do not have the luxury of doubting myself nor indulging in cowardice or compassion. The Oracle nods gloomily. But I can promise you from the bottom of my heart that the first drop of blood that I am willing to spill for this kingdom is my own. The path you walk will be full of thorns. I shall pray for your soul not to stray along the way. Cronin remained silent, not offering up a single word on the matter. I cannot tell what he must think of all this. For some reason, I begin to feel very sleepy. My eyelids begin to close, and I am forced to shake my head just to stay awake. You should rest. There is still a long night ahead. I have been resting for 7 years. I don't understand why I feel so tired. You are unused to being awake. You will likely experience periods of deep sleep for a while, until your body adjusts. I'll give you a remedy to help you recover faster. However, you must try to gather your strength for tomorrow. Yes, you are right. I'm sorry, Oracle. She offers a weak smile before I turn to leave for the bed. I'm apologizing for not bothering. Oh God, dang. I was in the middle of yapping. I got jump scared. I thought this wasn't supposed to be a horror game. I might have been wrong, guys. This might be a horror game. Anywho, I was going to say I'm not apologizing because I'm having her help me. I'm apologizing for the choices that I'm going to be making. Because Grandma deserves that. We love Grandma in this house. I opened my eyes abruptly. My head is pounding. It's still night. The darkness unsettles me. I'm unused to it. Am I awake? Suddenly, the fear that I may be somewhere else overwhelms me. Both the Oracle and Chrono have disappeared. Ah, the Oracle. I notice her sleeping in the bed next to me. A sense of relief washes over me. Can I have clothes? Where's Chrono? There. It's locked. Dang it. Can I have clothes? Mouse, get out of here. You hear me smacking the silence that fills the air is tormenting me. I wonder, will death be similar to this? That's a spacebar I'm smacking. Or movie-esque sound. The frigid air greets my skin with a pinch as I step outside. It's a strange thing to accept. That Crysteria has become so cold. Food. Hi, Chrono. I finally spot Chrono. He's lying on the grass close to the lake. Is he asleep? Can I leave? Can I just wander off? I shouldn't venture far alone and unarmed. It's too dangerous. It's dangerous. Take this. And this, I mean, Chrono, probably. I don't know. I know I have to go talk to him, but I wanted to go wander around. There's not much to look at, though. Hey, you. Hey, you. His eyes are closed. He seems to be asleep. It feels strange when I think about how he's the same kid I knew from the dream. I find myself drawn to his company and carefully sit down alongside him. My eyes get lost in the quiet stillness of the lake. At this hour, the water looks like a darkened, bottomless well. Nothing is as I remember. Where is my kingdom? Who dwells in it? Shit. You couldn't sleep either. And he turned British all of a sudden, guys. I'm sorry. Oops. He's singing. It's pretty. Very pretty. I can't help but jump slightly in spite of how calm his voice is. When I shift my gaze to him, I find he's looking back at me in turn. I'm sorry, did I wake you? No. Go get fucking clothes, woman! Ah! Leave! Put on clothes! How can you be okay with this? I'm gonna fight you. Hey, you didn't come to sleep out here because I was occupying your bed, did you? No, I noticed a slight blush on his cheeks. He breathes out a discreet sigh. Was just thinking. You were very quiet earlier. I would like to know your thoughts. About the possibility of saving Krysteria? Me. I want your thoughts on me. Inside, I'm filled with fear. I wouldn't like to leave tomorrow knowing that I've disappointed him too. Do you think I'm a monster, Chrono? He stares at me with a mixture of surprise and silence, as if his next thought is something he cannot bring himself to say. He soon returns his gaze to the sky, a familiar glint of melancholy behind his eyes. I admire you, Princess. It is true that I have always admired you, since I was young, but hearing you speak today of spilling your own blood for the kingdom, and with such fierce conviction. Chrono empties his chest with a low sigh. You are willing to walk a path not many would have the courage to take for the good of your people. As a squire, I cannot help but feel very fortunate to serve you. A strange feeling begins to stir deep within my chest after hearing his words. I turn my gaze forward again, toward the black abyss posing as a lake. My feet move idly on the grass, one rubbed against the other. It is a relief to hear that, Chrono, yet at the same time, I'm surprised. You know, as well as your grandmother, that making an attempt on the goddess's life is a crime unlike any ever imagined. If it's a crime, then I will help you commit it. His declaration is met with wide eyes as I turn to look at him, again stunned. To hear those words, to my ears they sound like... Do we protect the sweet innocent boy? Or do we taint him too? I want to protect him. This should be my crime and my crime alone. I shouldn't allow others to take on my crime with me, honestly. It would be too sad to watch him taint his hands alongside me. Betrayal of the Oracle. I could never allow that. I can't conceal my discomfort. Do you hear yourself, Chrono? Your grandmother is the goddess's oracle. To even think such thoughts would break her heart. Such words are a complete betrayal of her values and her status, especially when spoken behind her back. You're right. Perhaps this was neither the time nor place to speak of such matters. I apologize. His calm demeanor doesn't falter as he returns his attention to the sky. I too face away, turning my gaze back towards the still lake before me. In this world's eyes, my soul is filthy. I do not wish to drag you down into the abyss with me. Princess, could you try lying down for a moment? I can't hide my bewilderment as I look at him, his gaze still fixated on the sky above. Though puzzled, I oblige and mimic him regardless. I lie down with my back on the grass, and I can't help but let out a breath of amazement. Ooh, pretty. I had been so focused on the lake that I hadn't paid attention to how beautiful the stars looked. When was the last time I truly saw them? I think it was many, many years ago, together with Chrono. Just like this. Those days didn't hurt. We remained like this for a while, laying side by side in silence, watching the stars shimmer from this pocket of calm, lost within a withered kingdom. His presence brings me comfort. And the breeze is gentle. My eyelids are only getting heavier. Who would have guessed that even in the depths of the darkness, I would still find something, Ooh. The old lady is so disappointed in me. Where am I? The mattress that nestles warmly against my still body feels familiar, but the air carries a scent I haven't breathed in a long time, one that might have greeted me from the garden of the past, and I feel such joy and such sorrow. It's overwhelming. Oh, goddess, is it you? I managed to open my eyes. The silhouette of a stranger in dangerous proximity to the princess makes my blood run cold. How was your awakening, princess? He whispers warmly with a sweet voice, a serpent in the child's ears. Now you know how much truth there was in my mistress' words. Reality cuts deeper than 1,000 swords. I cannot move. It's as if I lack not only a body, but a voice too. Oh? So you're not alone. What just happened? So Crysteria's oracle is alive. How fortunate that she survived. It must have been quite a relief for you. The stranger looks at me intently, aware of my presence. For a moment, he's all that I can see and perceive. Goddess of mine, mother of creation, I beg of you to open your eyes. For shadows spread while you sleep. I'm still here. It seems nothing robbed the kingdom's birds of their song. Last thing I remember is watching the stars with Como, so how did I end up back in the bed? I need clothes. Somebody, bring me forth clothing. I will become spoiled princess until I have clothes on my body that are not a bedsheet. You're awake. Good morning, Chrono. You seem surprised. No. I mean, good morning, princess. How did you sleep? I slept well. I assume it was thanks to your grandmother's remedy. That is good to hear. Chrono. I don't quite remember what happened last night. Did I fall asleep? Yes. Outside, I carried you to your bed afterwards. Grandmother wasn't exaggerating when she said that you were a deep sleeper. Thank you for carrying me. I trust that Chrono didn't do anything, dangerous. No need to thank me. You should talk to my grandmother. She has something for you. Is it remedy? Is it medicine time? More medicine? Hi, madam. Good morning, Oracle. Oh, princess. You should be so kind as to bring me one of the little jars from the table by the entrance. Sure. My instincts are telling me that something's going bad here. Small jar. I have acquired it. Something is off. Ah, yes, this one is perfect. The Oracle begins filling the jar with some sort of elixir she seems to have been preparing. Oracle, I'm ready to depart. This is a farewell. Won't you say anything? Are you planning on leaving like this, with neither a weapon in hand nor armor upon your back? I was planning on visiting the castle's armory before departing. I should find something there. I see. Grandmother. Chrono, give it to her. Take this, princess. This key opens the closet in the bedroom, where we've kept something that belongs to you. Okay. Huh? This is... Do I get to finally have clothes? Heck yeah. This is the armor your mother wore the day she met the king on the battlefield, fighting terrors. Mother. And this sword is a gift that the king ordered to be forged for you shortly after your birth. No one has ever wielded it. It has waited for you all these years. Chrono, why don't you go outside and tend to the garden while the princess changes? Of course. He ran. Prometheus and Maiden of Ashes. Those are neat. Those sound cool. Hi. I have clothes. Heck yeah. Finally, I am ready to depart, Chrono. Although I tried to hide it, there's a knot in my throat, and another one in my stomach. Princess. Huh? I'm caught off guard as Chrono suddenly bends the knee, his eyes now glancing sharply with a determination that could slice the air between us. With Crysteria's oracle as witness, and as the squire I have served as since the day I was born, I ask you to take me with you. Allow me to become Crysteria's sword and shield. I swear to you I shall pledge to spill every last drop of my blood for its salvation if I must. Chrono. You are the Oracle's kin as it stands right now. You should consider me an enemy, Chrono, not an ally. Yes, she is the Oracle. She is sworn to the goddess above all else. But I was born a squire, and thus I am sworn to my kingdom and to you. In truth, I had feared setting off on this path alone from the start, and I know I'll need all the help I can get. Seek the Oracle's permission. Chrono, every son and daughter of Chrysteria has the right to give up their life in service of the kingdom. However, you also indebted to your grandmother, she who has given you a life and a home. It is her and her alone whose permission you should seek today. With that said, I shift my gaze to the Oracle. She remains silent, listening. Oracle, I would be lying if I said that I do not wish to have my squire by my side, but I do not harbor any desire to offend you further than I have already. I do not return to life just to take from you what little you have left. Thus, I consider it inappropriate to allow anything other than your opinion to prevail on this matter. I leave the decision entirely in your hands. Chrono looks towards the Oracle, his expression tense yet focused. The Oracle breaks her own silence with a sigh. You're a man now, Chrono, capable of making his own decisions. I always knew the day would come when you decided to leave that your fate wouldn't be found in the calmness of acceptance. While I sought the goddess's mercy in the sky, you sought only the fragments of your dear kingdom, withering alongside its memories. The Oracle shakes her head softly. No, your fate has always been tied to hers. Grandmother. Go now. You have things to prepare for the journey. Take some food, and all the gold you can find in the cottage. There shall be much more in the castle vaults, but I don't recommend carrying much on such dangerous paths. Thank you, Grandmother. Will you be alright? The kingdom is still infested with terrorists. You shouldn't stay here all on your own with no means to protect yourself. Come with us, at least as far as Fortuna. An oracle must never leave her kingdom. Your concern is misplaced either way. It is not me you must fear. Come, I'll give you the last of the remedy I prepared. It should suffice towards your complete recovery. Is it? I know you don't have a bad heart, Princess. I wish there was another way. I truly do. I shall pray to the goddess for your soul, and for mine. Thank you, Grandma. I love you, Grandma. Goodbye. Oh. Goodbye, home of my childhood and my silent kingdom. I'm taking your laughter and despair with me as I march towards the unknown as a princess, a champion, and a murderer. I am fortunate enough to return someday. It shall be with both my sword and soul stained with blood, and with the world on its knees for you. This is so cool. The Silent Kingdom. Ooh, the rose is white, though. It's not red yet. It will be. I will stain it red. Oh shoot. What did we do? I struggled to catch my breath before in a mangled heap lies the lifeless body of a Terran. Despite my exhaustion, I'm compelled to destroy every last one of these beasts. Princess, how do you fare? You needn't worry. There's fight still yet left in me, yet we must press forward. We've been on our feet since dawn, and sunset is fast approaching. Perhaps we ought to find a place to spend the night, lest we find ourselves trapped in darkness. Of course. Resting while we have the chance would be wise. I still have the medicine the Oracle gave me. She said I ought to drink it just before I head to sleep. I pray I'll be well rested come the morrow. Where did we find sleep? Chrono is a character who specializes in taking damage and protecting the group. So he's a tank. There are 4 types of shields he can carry: Rook, King, Bishop, or Queen. Each type will bring a different effect to the command defend. Anywho, that's it. That's all for today. I will harass you all later, I guess. Bye-bye.